Welcome back to another episode of Smart Ideas with Education Closet. I'm Susan Riley, your host and the founder of Ed Closet, and today I am so excited to share with you this really quick strategy that engages the mind and makes everything a little bit deeper with your students. It's called Just Change One. Here's what it looks like on our handy dandy chart. And so in Just Change One, what you're looking for is for students to be able to use a word or a problem or a musical phrase or something that you've picked, anything that you've picked, to start with as a list and then change one piece of that item. So for instance, if I had over here in letter, in this column for letter, I might have a list of words, or I might start with just one word like fine. And I'd need to change one letter in the word fine to make it a new word. So maybe changing the N to a V and making it five. And then maybe changing another word or another letter in that word, making it hive, changing the F to an H. So students could keep going that way to see all the variations that they could create. And then they can do the same thing with a movement. So if they start with a movement of a hand wave, what's one thing you would change about that hand wave? Maybe you'll only go halfway. And then what's the next thing you might change about that? Halfway and then up. So when you have your list of your movements or your list of your words, or even if you're using a musical composition and you have a list of notes that you've started with and you've just changed one each time down the columns, then you can create very easily a full composition using whatever is in that column. So for instance, if we're going back with the letter column, you could have, if you started with fine, it is a fine day for 5 friends who found a beehive. So you see how you can kind of weave those words into a single sentence. You can do the same thing with the movement column. You can do the same thing with the notes column. And if you had one for visual art, which you certainly could, you could change colors, you could change textures or lines or shapes. And each time you're adding a new composition to that, you pull that all together and you make one final composition based on all of the individual changes that you made along the way. I love this strategy because it's so wonderful to see where students end up from where they started. It's really, really ingenious. So if you liked this strategy, I hope that you'll join us over on educationcloset.com for more ideas and strategies and tips just like this one. And if you're liking these smart ideas, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/educationcloset to make sure that you get the latest episodes as soon as they're released. Until next time, have a great week.